As a disclaimer, this is set the day Robin Williams died. He committed suicide at his room. He was found in his room at 11:45 on Monday, August 11, 2014 by his personal assistant. Robin Williams suffered from a disease called Lewy body dementia, which caused hallucinations, depression, sleep deprivation, and apathy. It is caused by a buildup of proteins in the brain, which are called Lewy bodies, which is related to what causes Alzheimer's. This will be set in his apartment, and we will view his descension into what caused him to commit the act. This is all fictional, but based off true events. Well, it's been a busy day. The movie industry definitely takes no breaks. Sometimes it gets a little stressful, but it's what I'm passionate about. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't fun. One of the perks of this is laughter. I am known throughout the world, and I can say a simple line and make someone feel better about themselves, even if I'm not happy myself. I know plenty of people. I'm famous, but at the end of the day, where am I? Have I really helped someone, or am I just temporarily alleviated a problem, only to come back worse the next day? In the end, am I just a name and a face with a mouth that can spew words? Who is there? Anyways, I used to think the worst thing in life was to end up alone. It's not. The worst thing in life is to end up with people who make you feel alone. Not that the actors are bad, but I feel like I'm becoming something less. As if I'm becoming less about talent, but more about being an image. Some symbol that adds value. Like people will laugh at something I say because I said it. It's not like the good old days when I used to think hard of a joke and I constantly worried if someone found it funny. I felt more fulfilled back then. I was younger and said stupid things. Now I try to be more serious and people will laugh, assuming I'm joking. Crying out for help now seems more like a joke. Because how can I be sad? I'm a comedian, always having a line at the ready. How can he be depressed? I've seen rock bottom. I've seen the point at where you will do anything to feel happy again. Cocaine is God's way of telling you you're too rich, and when you're at the bottom of your luck, alcohol is your bud till he's not there anymore. Hard to believe that more than a decade ago I checked myself into rehab. My mother and father would have been so proud. Their little happy boy was growing up to be an addict and a womanizer. Anyways, when your father is an executive for Ford and your mother's a former model, you are raised to be presentable. You have to hold your head up high and look good to everyone. No matter how bad things get, you have to keep your composure. Growing up, I was the class clown, and of course everyone can see that. Some of my problems did stem from my childhood. I've never been in the best shape. I was bullied often for this, and I've learned to love myself for who I am. So I became a comedian to rival the sadness and depression caused by this. Not only that, but if you couldn't believe it, I was a wrestler in school. I went on to college at Juilliard after high school and attended its theater program. I met my first wife at Juilliard, Valerie Bilardi, one of the most beautiful dancers. While there, I did stand-up comedy. My teacher told me that I should make a career out of it, so I did. I eventually got recognized and signed up for Hollywood, starting in a show called Happy Days. But things progressed into bigger projects. Unfortunately, it couldn't be like Happy Days. I started to spiral out of control. I became dependent on drugs and alcohol. Valerie, my first wife, tried to help me. But I was also having affairs with other women. I also had a boy. I'm ashamed of my actions as a father to him. She eventually had enough of my behaviors and left me. But she left me with the man I had been so fond of. Later I married her and had Zelda and Cody. Who are you? Are you trying to take something from me? Leave me alone! I am no one of importance. Go back to hell, you monster. I won't go with you. It's finally gone. Not again! I'm Mork from Mork. Zumping! What am I? I ain't no psychic. I know what's the matter. What am I? I'm Popeye the Sailor. Good morning, Vietnam. Stop! Language was developed for one endeavor. What is that, Mr. Anderson? Come on, are you a man or an amoeba? No, to woo women. I've been brain fried, electrified, injected and injectified, insectified and fed pesticides. My face is all cut up, cause my raiders all shut up. Nurse, I need a checkup from the neck up. I'm batty. 3 wishes to be exact, and X-nay on the wishing for more wishes. That's it. 3, 1, 2, 3, no substitution, exchanges or refunds. No, cannot. I can be hip-hop, bebop, and yo-yo, what I mean a cup of cocoa. I won't. What are you, crying? You don't cry, alright? Keep your chin up. Come on, keep your chin up. Crying never helped anybody do anything, okay? You have a problem. You face it like a man. So what? The important thing is to remember not to go to pieces when that happens. You just have to react like a man calmly. You have to say, Albert, you pierced the toast. So what? It's not the end of your life. I love you with every cell, with every atom. I love you on a subatomic level. See you Monday. We'll be talking about Freud and why he did enough cocaine to kill a small horse. No more! You and I share a secret. We know how easy it is to kill someone. The ultimate taboo. It doesn't exist outside our own mind. The voices are shrieking in my head saying, Lovelace, who is the fool? I am nobody! Who am I? This is not who I am. Stop looking at me like that. I know what you did. You're the one who did it. My gosh. You aren't me. You're posing as me. I'm not that old. I don't have gray hairs. No, this cannot be. This is not what's become of me. No, give me one more chance. I will clean up. I'm not done yet. I'm not leaving. Not now. What have I done? I've driven away everyone I ever loved. I couldn't clean up and now I'm here. She will hate me, but she'll understand. A monster like me doesn't deserve to live. I have to silence this. This way, they don't have to look at a failure of a man who cannot even save himself.
New details about the death of Robin Williams. A new report reveals he may have been suffering from a form of dementia that can cause hallucinations. ABC's Marcia Ocampo has the story.
ABC News obtaining an autopsy report that reveals the comedian may have had a condition known as Lewy body dementia, which has been linked to hallucinations and unusual behaviors. Williams was also diagnosed with Parkinson's disease last November.
The pathological line between Parkinson's disease and dementia with Lewy bodies is a blurry line.
According to the coroner's report, Williams had been having a hard time sleeping and was restless. And the night before his body was discovered, he was acting strangely and reportedly placed several wristwatches in a sock, giving them to an undisclosed person as he was reportedly worried about the watches and wanted to keep them safe. Lewy body dementia is most often confirmed after death when looking at a person's brain tissue through a microscope. Symptoms can include unusual behaviors, trouble sleeping, and visual hallucinations of animals or people, as well as slowed or rigid movement similar to those with Parkinson's. Williams' autopsy report shows he had been prescribed multiple medications before his death, some that doctors say can exacerbate symptoms in LBD patients. Williams also battled alcohol, drug addiction, and depression.
There's a voice, and it's a little quiet voice that goes, jump.
Though he had no drugs or alcohol in his system when he died, experts say he may still have been in a fragile mental state. Now, some wonder if this newly revealed potential condition could have played a role too. Sources close to the Williams family telling ABC News, correlation doesn't necessarily equal causation, but it was illuminating. For Good Morning America, Mara Ocampo, ABC News, New York.